of the hardest lessons that Craig and I had to learn about travel is that you can actually exhaust yourself while you're on vacation. And then you need a vacation when you come back from your vacation. And the wild thing is, it's not because something went wrong. It's because you tried to do everything right. You planned the activities, you booked the restaurants, you made the itinerary, and instead of feeling energized, you felt drained. And that's exactly what happened to us on one of our early trips to Las Vegas. We had so much planned that we literally fell asleep during a show and almost fell asleep during dinner. That's when we realized things had to change. That's not how travel's supposed to feel. So today, I want to share the simple rule that completely changed the way that we travel. It's called the 1-3 rule. But first, I'm Cassandra from Passport and Soul. And at Passport and Soul, we help midlife BIPOC travelers experience the world in a way that feels meaningful, intentional, and calm. Because travel isn't just about checking places off of a list. It's about being present enough to actually experience where it is that you are. When we took that trip to Vegas, we were relatively new to traveling, and we did something that a lot of people do. We tried to shove as many activities as we could into the trip. I mean, we had shows scheduled, we had restaurants scheduled, we had activities scheduled. Every part of our day had something planned. And on paper, it looked amazing. But in reality, we were tired the whole time. We kept getting up early, moving constantly, and going to bed late. And because of that, we didn't have space to breathe. And I'll never forget sitting there during the show. I fell asleep. I woke up in the middle of the show, had no idea what was going on. Fell asleep again, woke up, saw Craig was sleeping too. And it wasn't because the show wasn't good. It was because we had exhausted ourselves trying to do too much. Because again, we were fairly new to traveling, and we had the mindset of, what if we never make it back here again? So during that trip, that's when we realized we don't need to do more. We need to do less and to do it more intentionally. By the way, since then, we've been to Vegas at least 5 other times. Let's talk about what I call the 1-3 rule. When you're planning your trip, for each day of your trip, I want you to choose just 3 intentional things. 1 must see, 1 must eat, and 1 must experience. That's it. Not 10 things, not a packed schedule from morning to night, just 3 things. Your must-see might be a landmark, or a neighborhood, or a place that feels meaningful to you. Your must-eat might be a restaurant, a local dish, or a streetcar that you've been curious about. And your must-experience should be something that allows you to connect to the destination. So maybe it's walking through a market, maybe it's sitting in a park, maybe it's watching the sunset from a bridge. Because once those 3 things are chosen, everything else becomes optional. And that's the thing that gives you time to breathe. This is something that we really started applying when we began traveling to London. It transformed the way that we travel. So instead of trying to see everything in one trip, we focused on just a few meaningful things each day. And because of that, we weren't rushing from place to place, we weren't exhausted, and we were actually able to enjoy where it was that we were. We could notice things. We could be present. And that's because we slowed down. And that helped us to start building a relationship with the city because we didn't feel pressured to do everything all in one trip. As a bonus, it gave us a reason to keep coming back. I'll give you an example. During one of our trips to London, our must-see was going to Brixton. Our must-eat was having dinner at the cafe in the crypt. And I love that restaurant. And our must-experience was going to the Tower of London. And that same thing happened with us in Portugal. So when you stop trying to complete a destination by checking all these things off of your list, that's when you give yourself permission to experience the destination, which is what Passport and Soul's definition of slow travel is all about. Now, the reason that the 1-3 rule works is because it removes a lot of the pressure from you. Your day has intention, but it also has space. And that space is where the magic happens, so to speak. The space is where you notice the small thing. The space is where those unexpected moments happen. And when you travel this way, you don't come home feeling like, oh my goodness, I need a vacation from my vacation. Instead, you come home feeling fulfilled. On your next trip, I want you to try this. Before each day begins, ask yourself 3 simple questions. What's one place that I want to see? What's one food that I want to try? And what's one experience that's going to help me connect to this destination? Choose just those 3 things and let that be enough, because it'll be more than enough. You're still going to have full days. You're still going to have meaningful experiences, but you won't feel exhausted from trying to do everything. Because travel isn't about how much you can do. It's about how deeply you allow yourself to experience where it is that you are. And the 1-3 rule, it really helped us to stop exhausting ourselves when we were on vacation. It helped us to be more present. So now we have travel experiences that we actually remember and enjoy. So of course, I'm always curious. Have you ever come home from a trip feeling exhausted instead of restored? And would you try the 1-3 rule on your next trip? Let me know in the comments section. And if you're interested in more intentional travel ideas like this, subscribe to Passport and Soul and forward this video on to someone else. Until next time, travel slow, travel well, and travel with soul.